All right. Welcome to the Bama Bake, back to the Bama Bake Shack. I hope y'all see that. I've been having trouble with this thing. It got out of whack somehow or another, but maybe we'll get it. Anyway, we got a few new moles in here the other day, and we gonna try to shoot them up for you. We gonna shoot this here. We got us we call it a 3.25 Stinger, a beaver style mold from England A&I, and we got a 3.8 pintail core shot mold. See them little rods in there? Can't hardly get them things out when you want them out, but them things are aggravating. They are a little bit aggravating, but they got these rods that go right in there. Put them right in there like that there, and you shoot your plastic around them, take them out, pull your rods out, and then you can shoot a core through there, red core, yellow core, black core, just whatever core you want to shoot. Trick to that is getting your body a little on the transparent side, enough that you can see that core. We might get to that tonight. If we don't, we'll get to it in another video, but I just wanted to show you. I'm wanting to do this here stinger mold right now in what we call a blue cross. I'm gonna show you how to make this color. And if we get time, we'll get to this pinpoint mold. I done shot this stinger mold one time. I got some old remelts here. I shot it one time because I want to show you something. The one I'm gonna shoot now, I'm gonna bag them up to sell, so I don't want to tear them apart. We'll show you though when we get to it. We're gonna shoot around them here in this blue crawl, and we're gonna show you how to build the color. And I got these little knobs here off Amazon. They show a lot better than them little brass looking knobs they put on there. You can get these off Amazon. I think it's a 1/4 by 20 or something like that. It tells you on the website where you get the mold what it is. It's 1/4 by, I think it's 1/4 by 20 what they are. But anyway, so we got this mold already heated up a little bit. Let's go ahead and stick it together, and we'll get to building the color and vacuum it out, and we'll shoot it and see what it looks like. Gotta find all this stuff I got. Doggone, I can't never keep up with none of it. Been so busy down here trying to get ready for this here festival. I tell you, it's just an ongoing thing. I tell you, I'm gonna save that right there for after a while. I'm gonna do something else with that, I think. Let me pour just a little more of this out in there to that. I done already mixed this plastic up. Stirred it up. You gotta stir that stuff up. It'll real good. It's hard packs in the bottom. If you don't get it all that good stuff stirred up in there with it, your bakes will be gummy and sticky and all that. They won't set up right if you don't get the good stuff in there. We're gonna set this guy down. We're gonna put this cup in there for a couple of minutes. And I gotta find my thermometer, so y'all just hang on. I gotta get up, find my thermometer. Always something going on. I think we're gonna head it back here and doing some crappie bakes. We're gonna get it. She don't ever put nothing back where she gets it from. Get this old jacket off before I sit back down. It ain't real cold in here today, baby. It ain't as cold as it's gonna get. I think tonight it's gonna be cold when I wake up in the morning. I think it is. I think that's what they said in the 20s or something now. Woo, that's cold. I don't like it cold weather. Oh, we're gonna get this thing going and find my blue crawl. I use this blue crawl from my dead on plastic. Out of all of them I seen folks use them, and I like this dead on the bed. Got a little more blue in it, a little more brownish. Morphism, what they call it. It's in the morph line. That thing will be kind of blackish brown looking in the solid body and a little blue on the ends. You can hold the thing up to the light and you can see all the way through it. It'll be looking blue looking, solid blue. And I always like to put just a little of what we call, I can't find it. I'm gonna have to get up again. She got it over there too, I guess. I tell you too, that one always got something more handy. There it is. This here's from Blue Works. What we call they call it a phthalo blue. So I guess a phthalo is blue. I ain't never seen a phthalo, but I ain't got that much education. But we gonna get it done anyway. Let's check our plastic out. It done started working up there a little bit. Let's get that door shut there where y'all can see what I'm talking about. It's kind of jailed over a little bit. We're gonna get the old butter knife here and stir all the good stuff up in it a little bit. Get all that good stuff off the bottom and get it worked in there. See that old stuff kind of jailed. You don't want to shoot a bait like that there. You got to get this thing to 350 degrees to activate the process. And once you get it cooked to 350, you ain't got to never get it that high no more in case you like me, put it in there, forget about it, and then phew, I hell burn it too. It's easy to burn. I hell burnt some. But we're going to try not to do that today. Put it in there for about another minute. I use this little infrared thermometer here to check my temperatures with. Well, when you do this, I'll show you in a minute, you got to get that thing to stir and you shoot it. If you don't, you just get the surface temperature off of it. They say use a stick thermometer and all that, but to get your initial cook time, which that's good, but it is a little on the slow side when it does that. It don't matter when you're first cooking it, but if you're trying to keep your plastic from setting up and all that, you want something to tell when it's getting clip around 320, where you can shoot it, 320, 350, whatever, on your application here. Let's see what this here looking like. Lord, I can't keep up with that butter knife here. Alright. You get that thing like this here, you get that thing to whooping out. Y'all can't see that. Let me get it over here. Get it to whooping like that. Yeah, we up to about 338, 330. We need to cook that just a little bit longer. We go about another 30 seconds. Y'all ever hear me say another 30 minutes, y'all just overlook me. I mean 30 seconds. Don't never cook in no 30 minutes. You'll be done blowed your microwave up, stuff all over your microwave and everything. Yeah. I ain't never done that, but I'm just assuming it would make a big mess, you know. Oh, it's been a hard day at work today, I tell you. Work, get off, come down here, had to bag up some stuff we shot yesterday evening before we went to church. Before I could even get started on this. Boy, that thing full, oh, that thing is full of bubble. I got some junk in there. Look at that. Get that out of there. Stick it out of there. Stay out of there. All right, let me get my gun. That's at about 360, 359, 360. I think that's gonna be pretty close right there. We're gonna roll with that anyway. We're gonna show you how to get them bubbles out. I wouldn't move my camera, but we got this vacuum pot here. Let me see if I can get that vacuum pot right there. That thing what gets our air bubbles out. We stick it down in there, that thing sucked down at about 30. See, I said if I moved that camera, I was gonna mess up, and I did. Yeah, we still got pretty good right there. All right, let's get this here. We got about a couple of plastic cans. You gotta shake this stuff up pretty good. All these dead on got a little marble in them, or some kind of little steel bead or something. You can hear it rattle. You got to break that stuff up down there. Little works ain't got that. Some folks can get some little ball bearings put in them or little nuts or something. It helps. Alright, we got that shook up. Let's see, we're going to go with 25 drops of dead on Blue Cross. 25 dead on it. Every now and then you'll get 26 or something like that in there. You see that color right there, boy, look at that. That color is, that little blue tint there, each camera, they don't pick up the color real well, but it's kind of got a brownish blue on it. See how blue it is on the knife there? Pick it up, the brown in the jug. Tell you what, we might all go about another 5 drops of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. We up to 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 5, 6, 47, 48, 9, 50. We going up. Oh yeah, that's where you're supposed to look. I believe our folks got 50 drops in there. Got a little darker in there, see that? See that brown? Get a little blue shimmer on it. We're gonna see if we can help that blue out here. Make that stuff get all over your hand. Shake it up real good. This is Phthalo Blue from Lure Works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. We're going up. Oh yeah, that's where you're supposed to look at. I believe our folks got 50 drops in there. We're gonna go with 12. I think that's what I did the last blue crawl I done. And that 12 made it pop a little better, and I think that's what I changed my recipe to, I think. Don't hold me to that, 'cause I tell you the truth. You got that blue around the edges out a little bit. I say that camera just ain't gonna pick that blue up like it ought to. But see how it blew in the jar right there? I don't. It ain't. Well, there it goes. It's a little better right there. But anyway, ooh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that! We need some little black. We need some big black. Old 40 black. And we don't need some blue. Some of that holographic silver. It's here somewhere. There it is. We're going to put a quarter teaspoon of blue in there. Just here, all these recipes I do for a cup. I got it in this 2-cup thing here on kind of vacuuming it. All my recipes I do is for a cup. So we got the blue in there. We're gonna go with the large. This is from Barlow's large .04 black. And I'm gonna do an 1/8 of a teaspoon of it per cup. 2. And I got some night flake here from, which ain't nothing but a small. It's .025, I think it is, from Dead On. Got these little glass jars I like to put it in. That's some of that blue on my fingernail. I don't paint my nails. If I can get that off, I just make. And I'm gonna put a 1/16 and an 1/8 of it in there. And here's what the kicker is right here. I like this stuff here. It makes everything pop. A little holographic silver from Lure Works. I don't put just about a 1/16 of a teaspoon in there. That's all you need. I don't know what size that is. .025 on the holographic too, yeah. I ain't really never seen what size it was. I done messed around. I'm about to set up. We're gonna have to heat it again before we vacuum it. Maybe we'll get all that mixed in before we have to heat it though. Oh yeah, look at that. All that glitter in there. Oh, y'all don't see that in there, but that's looking mighty fine, looking mighty fine. This makes a pretty blue crawl. Ain't quite as vibrant as it. I think MF had an original blue crawl that you can't get no more. Can't get the pigment to make it. But now that blue popped in it. You didn't have to put no blue in it to pop. Videos I seen on it. But get that in there a few more seconds. And then we're gonna vacuum it out. And then we're gonna shoot around here. We're gonna see how good this is gonna go. This is a 3.25 stinger. They make a 4-inch stinger. That's next on the list, that 4-inch. This 3.25, it makes a good little mold, make a good jig trailer, chatterbait trailer. And it's good, just Texas rig it. I'd probably Texas rig it like a 1/0, maybe 2/0 hook. fish it by itself. It does it. Get all that out there. I'm gonna have to eat this thing again. Having more trouble with it now than I had with it down here Saturday. And it was cold Saturday morning, or Friday morning. That's when we was down here. So cold. Friday, Saturday morning, I can't remember. That's one of them mornings that was so cold. I ain't had this much trouble with it then. It's gonna be sure enough cold out a while. They ain't gonna be able to shoot nothing. Already having to keep that hot plate on warm, keep my injector warm, my mold warm. Get to shooting. Let's hit that one more 30 seconds. Get my gloves on. Oh. Need to wear these gloves anytime you mess it in. I tell you, that stuff is hot. You ever see any pictures of somebody been burnt by it, man? It's just ugly. No skin just swell up, been blisters on it. It's ugly. You start wearing them gloves in. I wear mine a little more than what I used to when I first started them. After I seen a couple of them pictures. That's gonna make a pretty blue color. Alright, let me get up here and vacuum this right quick. We'll get this shoot on the road. Y'all excuse the noise out of that popcorn. I'll never get that thing to see them. There she goes. Tell you what, this vacuum pot is a lifesaver. When you get into this bait making, see that thing out? My lid is dirty, you can't see it too good in there, but I have to get a better video of him one day. Get my lid cleaned off and show you how that pulls them bubbles out, man. It'll just, that thing will get to bubbling and bubbling and bubbling and bubbling. And that's why you have to put it down, because it raises that plastic up, it'll overflow if you don't watch it. That's why I like to put a 1 cup into a 2 cup to get this here done. So that thing's up down at about 30. About all them bubbles are gone. Sometimes you can shake it a little bit and get them bubbles to work out of there. It's about all the way there. We cut that off, cut that off. That's the pressure on there. Get the vacuum off, and ain't no pressure on it. It's suction on it. Look at that. It got all the bubbles out. Alright, that stuff is about up to temperature. We gonna see if we can get it to shoot around and demold it. Show you what it's looking like. Well, I can get that thing to set it. That knob don't work all that well on that thing. I'm gonna have to do something else with them. Them knobs, some of them are a little low side to the edge and they don't work too good. But it's working right now pretty good. Let me get my injector and get my stir. Stir this thing up, get them flakes to going good. You have to stir that stuff to, if you don't, them old big flakes sometimes they'll settle to the bottom on you. You be done shot it like them old blue flakes and you won't have a blue flake one. And if you, alright, get a suction here. A little mold don't take much, that ought to be enough. Get it in there. push it down till she just starts moving. And just hold a little light pressure, not much, just a little light. I mean, it don't take much pressure at all to hold on it. If you put too much, you'll flash that mold, even though you got it bolted in, top the sprue off. Put that back in the cup. And look at it down on that injector. I don't know if y'all see that. That light was a little better in here, you probably could, but we ain't got no sunlight outside right now, that's for sure. Take this off. Pull that out of there. Kick it back in the cup, we can reuse it. Pop that out. Always have your glove on when you push that thing out of there. Sometimes I push it over the cup. Sometimes you don't let it, it'll still be a little liquid in the center there. Boy, you hit that hand, ooh, you'll know it. I guarantee you'll know it. Now we get that little tab out of there. Our injector ready to go. Set it back over on the hot plate. And that thing sucked a little bit. It's best to keep it full, but if it sucked down there just a little bit, and if it don't get down that path where that first stinger or whatever it is, worm or whatever, then you ain't got to worry about it too much. It's gonna make it as long as it don't get down past it. Give it about a second. Cool off, and we can take that there off our little butter knife, get it ready for the next go around. Take that off right there. Whew. Ought not be doing this, but I'm gonna do it. I think she's ready to crack open here. I hope. Yeah, I think it ain't running out. You don't start running out that little sprue right there, you good to go. That little sprue right there. You lay it over that plastic and don't run out of there. It might still be a little warm. Some folks might not do it, but you just have to be careful handling it. See if it, oh yeah, it come out. Look at it in that mouth. Ooh, ain't that pretty. Man, old big old bear, he'll grab hold of that thing and run. Look at that, look at that. I'll get my flashlight out. Thing don't work half the time. See how that thing, when you hold it up to a light, it turns solid blue. That old light don't work. Old switch about wore out on it. But that is a Blue Cross stinger. See how the blue comes out in them little appendages? The blue comes through them pretty good now. I'm gonna pick these here off and I'm gonna get these remelt. I shot up one of them. Show you a little something about this thing. Put that back in there and move it out of the way. Here's one I shot up earlier. You see that little flapper right there? That little flapper tail right there, all that is stuck together. You can fish it like that if you want to. Let that thing just flap. If you want a little more action in it, you can pull that thing apart like that right there. That'll give you just a little more action. And And if you want some more action, just come in here and pull these little sides here off. And them little flappers out like so. And then you got all that right there flapping around in that water. You got that and that and that. And you can fish that thing 2 or 3 different ways. I mean, just ever how, according to what action you want on it. Probably if I was trying to flip it in some heavy cover, I'd probably leave it stuck just like it is. Because you get them little things out, them things want to reach around there and wrap around a piece of grass or something, or a stick. And anyway, that's one cool feature about it. You can split that thing, get all them flappers to flapping and them little stingers to stinging. And let me hold it up like that. See that? All them little things you can tear apart, or you can just got another one over here stuck together. Or you can just fish it with a hook together. That's why I leave them in the bag. When I bag them up, I bag them just like that there. According to what application you gonna do with it, how you gonna fish it. If I was putting it on a chatterbait, that's the way I'd want it right there. Let that tail flap in the wind. Or if I was gonna put some heavy cover with it, I'd want it stuck like that there. It's just according to what application and how you fishing. If you want to need a little more action, you can get it out of that little bug there. All right. And I think we gonna call that for the night, and maybe we won't do it this Saturday, maybe next Sunday night or Sunday evening before we go to church. Or we can get a shot of that. We can get a review, a shooting a rip wrap core shot, and show you what it looks like. And to then, keep on fishing. And we are out of here. If I can get my remote here to work. All right, we are.